Right at the top, right at the top. I've got Coylette James right at the top of my
Yes, yes.
screen.
There she is. And Jennifer
Yeah.
Ponder. All right.
Yep.
Dr.
And
David
then
M. Walker. There we go. Oh my
yeah,
God.
I'd see. Oh, there I got David. I can see David there at the top as well. I got to put my glasses on though, y'all. I mean,
There's
I'm telling you.
Natalie Southwell.
Oh yeah. How do I make this bigger so I can see all their faces? There
There
they
is
are.
Sunita as well. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Happy Professional Speakers Day. Happy Professional Speakers Day. We are recording. Feel free to take screenshots and let people know what they're missing. That's fine with us. Uh, they can go to Speakers Magazine. They can email us also too as well. Drop where you all are from, what city you're hailing from. Put your speaker reel. Please put your speaker reel there. I know you have one, Dr. David M. Walker, Jennifer. I know you have one, Dr. Coylette,
Right.
Natalie. So put your speaker reel there so they can see your speaker reel. We want to get views on your speaker reel. So make sure they see what a real professional speaker reel looks like,
Yeah.
sounds like, and is alike. Okay. Or if it's just on your website homepage, you could do that as well. But if it's and Dr. David M. Walker, I think yours is on your homepage, Colette, and that is really good. There's Ida Bird. Welcome, Ida, hailing from Detroit. And also, too, if you don't have a speaker reel, put in where you're hailing from. Hey, Dr. Vicki Harris, she's hailing from Grand Rapids. Wyevetra, she is from the DMV.
Oh, I just
Hey,
saw Wyevetra
Shirley,
pop up on the
welcome,
screen.
welcome.
Yeah. Oh,
What up,
Stephen
Joe?
Boyd just popped up on my screen
There
at
you
the
go.
top.
Stephen
I got
has
Stephen
his
Boyd.
on there from Northern Virginia. Okay, Maria.
Nice.
She said, okay, all
Nice.
right. Good morning. Good morning. There is Charmaine from Detroit. What up, Joe? There's Jeff Brooks. There's our photographer. Make sure you're letting people in, Mark, as well. I see two people in the waiting room over there. We'll get started in a couple of seconds. There is, let me get the name right, Tamara. Tamara, she told me yesterday. It's like camera, but with the T,
There
Tamara.
you
Because
go.
you could say Tamara, you could say Tamara, but it's Tamara. I was like, okay, I got that. I welcome, welcome as well. So a lot of you all, you're letting in people good. A lot
Yes.
of you all are speakers, professional speakers, or there's a few aspiring speakers. But this book, How to Make a Million as a Speaker, this book is by Alan Wise, one of the first coaches that I ever coached with in 1998. And it wasn't so I could be a speaker, but to show my clients, I'm a publicist by trade. Introducing myself, I'm Dr. Pam Perry, how to really make money as a speaker. So I'm not new to this. As they say, I am what? True to this.
That's
Okay.
right.
So I am not new to this. I'm true to this. And I've been doing this since 1998, really studying the whole speaking industry, what makes uh, someone choose you as a speaker and how to make money as a speaker. Speakers Magazine is going on 10 years old. This is the August issue. We're on our way to Martha's Vineyard. Floyd and Stephanie Rance, they are the co-founders of the Martha Vineyard's African American Film Festival, which is going on right now. And I'm leaving out
Nice.
tomorrow in the morning. But I wanted to make sure that I talked to everyone on Professional Speakers Day, which is an annual event. And the best professional speakers that I wanted to bring to everyone are the 10 that we are going to be sharing with you today, that they're going to be sharing. It's Dr. Coylette, Jennifer. There are a lot of us. It is Dr. Stephanie Wall, Jennifer Ponder, Stephen Boyd, Wyevetra Jordan, Sharise Nance, Dr. Coylette James, Natalie Solomon, not to be confused with Natalie Southwell, Melody Augustin-Roberts, and Dr. David M. Walker. Those are the 10 that will be coming up. So I'm going to really be quiet for right now and let Ryan introduce himself because together we do Speak Sell Shine. So
Yeah.
Ryan, you introduce yourself and then we'll
Yeah.
go in the order that I see across the screen in terms of everybody doing their talks and their tips.
You bet. So, hey, everybody. I hope that y'all are doing great. Greetings from Augusta, Georgia. So glad to have all of you joining us today on Professional Speakers Day. I am a revenue and sales coach. They call me on YouTube Mr. Revenue, and I've sold over $1 billion and working with my teams to do that. And my goal is really simple to help sales organizations and salespeople take their dreams, their sales dreams to places that they only thought could be possible. So I speak 40, 60 times a year. My wife and I put on 14 events, and we hire speakers as well. And so I got involved with Pam in this group because I had a need. And the need was I needed diversity in my speaker lineups at my events. And so that's really where, that's one of the reasons I got involved with this community of folks. And what a wonderful community it has been. I just thank you so much for your big embrace. I call some of you really good friends, and just really looking forward to hearing from so many of all of you. And especially those of you that are going to be joining us again for Speak, Sell, Shine this fall. So thanks for being here. Sure appreciate y'all.
Yes. So, professional speaker number one, Dr. Coylette James. I'm going to have her unmute. And Dr. Coylette, I'm going to pin you as well, add a pin to you. There you go. All right. Dr. Coylette James, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. You are always on brand. I love that. I love that.
Oh, thank you. What an honor to be here with all of these beautiful people. And I miss some of you so much. Some of you I haven't met yet, but those that were in the cohort with me last year, my God, we had such an amazing time. Oh my goodness. And the bonds and the connections just keep going. So that's an amazing thing. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Good, good. So you're going to go for 5 minutes. So your speaking journey started a long time ago, but what has really changed? And all of you all can give us like 5 tips, what you wish you would have known when you started and what you know now, or 5 tips of someone who really is thinking about what they, that's the thing I wanted to say, what they don't know that they need to know. It's like, you don't know what you don't know. Like, so
Right.
what is some of the things you don't know that you know now that you thought you knew that, like, what was that? Okay.
I think one of the biggest things that Speak Sell Shine did for me was to take me out of the mindset that I was just speaking because it was fun. All right.
Mm,
It became serious. And the fact that you can literally make speaking a business, that was very, very important. Our workshops and the times when you and Ryan would just pour into us and we would just sit and take notes, that was very, very beneficial. It really was. And as you said, I've been speaking for a very long time, but here was for me, and this might help somebody else that's watching. I started speaking from a ministerial place. All right. So I started speaking in church. So in church, you're just giving it away, right? It's just like you're speaking, you're delivering the message, you're praying that it's helping and it's transforming somebody's life, but you're giving it away. I had to change my mindset, and this is something that Speak Sell Shine helped me to do, was to monetize my message.
Mm-hmm.
That made a
that part.
big difference. That
Mm-hmm.
made a big difference. And to be able to go to these historic places in DC, right? And just to see what was possible. My background, when I walked into the Howard Theater and saw this poster, it was like everything. It really was. It was everything. And I know that we all like had the same experience. We were walking, it was like, oh my God, because we didn't expect that. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
expect that. And it made it real that no, you are a speaker. All right. And
Mm-hmm.
even you told us what would happen when we left and walking through the airport and walking up to the counter to get my ticket. And the gentleman behind it, he was like, "Is that you?" Yes, sir, it is. So, and that was amazing. But just to encourage people to take speaking as a business. All right. Which means you've got to organize it, which means that, you've got to learn how to present yourself in a manner that makes people want to have the opportunity to
Mm,
work with you.
Right.
Ryan
Mm-hmm.
is that master salesperson, but it's like if you're like me, I'm not a salesperson, but I can present an opportunity.
That's
And
right.
if I present myself properly on the stage, and that's one of the things that you guys really were helping us with, how to flow, how to walk, how to take command of the stage, then I can present an opportunity that you may want to work with me on a different capacity. So that was one of those are some of the highlights. And then coming off the stage and being able to do podcasts with people like Rushion McDonald and national broadcasting and all of these different things, that was amazing as well. So it opened up many, many opportunities. It put me in the mind frame that I needed to be in for this to become a business. And I am now treating it as a business. So it was awesome. It was an amazing experience. And thank you. Thank you so much for providing it. And then the connections, as I said at the beginning, some of you guys, we've connected on, and have been on each other's podcasts and shows and different things. And so if you have the opportunity to do it, let me tell you, do it.
And you have been overseas doing a few things too, ma'am. I would say a couple of times. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to Dubai and speak in November. So yes, ma'am. I just came from London a couple of months ago.
Okay. So she's still a little bit shy about some of the things she's doing. Okay. So we're gonna get some press releases out about some of the things that she's doing. But yes, she is doing the darn thing. Okay. She really is. And resilience is one of her main messages. She's just released the book as well. So Dr. Coylette, put your information about your book that you just released as well. She's gone through a couple of things. I know her personally that have really been hard for her. One being the death of her son. And then right before she did Speak Sell Shine, her husband passed as well. So through it all, Dr. Coylette is really preaching the message or spreading the message about resilience and really that you can do it despite what is really going on in your life. And she just has a heart to really help and to empower. And she's a living testimony about that. So thank you so much for doing the things that you're doing and sharing that. She didn't talk about her career before this, but we kind of talk a little bit about it, that she worked for someone who was a very big icon in terms of branding, but now she's really doing her own brand right now. So thank you so much for joining us.
One of the things that, Dr. James mentions, a lot of you might be in the business right now where you are needing to speak for free. And just don't forget, free doesn't necessarily have to be free. One of the best things that I can share with folks is if you can't get money from somebody, at least get the data from them. So I'm speaking next week at a pretty big event. They don't pay speakers, but I get all the data. So I get 200 email addresses, and I think each one of them is worth $1,000 or more to me. So just remember, if you can't get paid, at least get your travel paid for, and then see if you can't get the event attendees data. And a lot of times they'll give it to you because that's a great way for you to add them to your marketing engine as well.
Yeah. So. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So next we're going to have Jennifer. I see Jennifer Ponder. I'm going to unpin you, Dr. Coylette. Okay. And then I'm going to pin Jennifer. So Jennifer, hey there. Hey there. I'm going to add your pin. Hey. There you go. All right. All right. Rising Star 2026. So this is my AI lady expert that is doing the things that are amazing. So tell us where you've been, what you're speaking on. I know you're speaking somewhere coming up in ATL. So kind of tell us about that and then I'll shut up. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you, Dr. Pam. So excited to be back here with you all. This was an amazing experience. Just to kind of elevate what Dr. Coylette said, just the networking and partnerships and relationships you've created. This will be something lasting for a lifetime. So I am in the business, of course, of AI. I'm a certified AI consultant, and I help small businesses and mid-sized businesses to modernize their technology infrastructure with multi-agent orchestration systems and to ready their businesses with AI, because there is a lot out here that some businesses still need coaching behind. And so for me, I've been speaking this year will make 9 years. And so I started off, my background is in software engineering and cloud engineering. So I've been in the technology space for over 15 years. And so starting out speaking, in the technology and corporate spaces, we want to see the solutions work, right? It's not the emotional standpoint or just elevating and being helping the audience. And I think what Speak Sell Shine did for me, what it did for me was, let's elevate how we can help the audience. It's all about the audience, not so much the technical piece. The technical piece is there, but how do we capture the audience, right? How do we perfect our pitch? How do we really connect with our audience on a deeper level? So that was one thing. For me, since this whole, it was just an amazing time, of course, being at the Howard Theater and really just thinking back to where I started from and speaking as a business, like Dr. Coylette was saying, just thinking of, okay, I'm presenting myself as a speaker, not so much on the technical side, but just all over, and just being on different podcasts. I've also been a part of an anthology, and I also will be a part of another anthology with Lisa Nichols coming up here shortly. And so some of the things that I've been able to do is go back. I was a part of the first NASA technology program for entrepreneurs and also engineers. And so I will be going back to do another program that offered back and since then been a part of a Guinness World Record. So again, so it's just been so many things. We've been on each other's podcasts, done really collaborative events. Like I said, this is something that is definitely going to last you a lifetime. And I will just really uplift what Ryan said. If there is a speaking engagement that you're doing and not paid, that data list is critical, because what you can do, speakers, please know that you can set your own terms and make your own stage, right? So if you want to get elevated by different conferences and speak everywhere, make sure you got your YouTube, make sure that you're doing Zoom calls. I'm doing different classes of how to share how I'm creating digital employees in these multi orchestration systems and really sharing that and creating my own stage, so that's something you can do if you are not getting paid, because that data list will offer you a way to create your own audience. So it's just so many creative and collaborative things that you can do. And also, most of the companies that typically are out there on my side in technology, I'm thinking of Claude, OpenAI, and just different technology companies that will partner with you and also sponsor videos that you're doing. So think about something in your realm or your expertise. If you're in healthcare, automotive, logistics, supply chain, there are different companies that will look at your content, what you're teaching, and they will partner and sponsor with you. So these are just some of the things I would say. Just make sure you're always elevating and working on your pitch, right? Make sure you're creating your own stage. So all of the trainings and things that we were doing each week, I was taking those things and seeing how I can move those forward. So this has been just a phenomenal experience. And like I said, just lifelong relationships. So if you are definitely thinking about entering Speak, Sell, Shine, it's a program like no other. I've been a part of speaker bureaus and still a part of some, but just the guidance and just the training that you will find, it's like no other here.
Good. And then where are you speaking next, ma'am?
Oh, the National Business League Conference. So that's coming up in Atlanta in about a week on April 18th. So we will be
August.
live there. Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
August 18th.
August 18th through the 23rd. So the 21st and 22nd speakers, we will be doing panels, doing featured, keynotes and things like that. So I'm really excited about that.
That is good. The National Business League
Conference.
Yeah, it's one of the largest Black business organizations in the country. I think it's 100 years old.
26, yeah. It started in 1900 by Booker T. Washington, and I am a proud Booker T. Washington High School graduate in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, that's awesome.
That is synergy. How about that? I love it. I love it. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
the data, what Jennifer mentioned, Pam, about the data piece, and just in a couple seconds to share this. So you got two audiences, y'all. You have two audiences. You've got meeting planners and corporate meeting planners, right? And then your other audience is the people that are listening to you speak, which are not meeting planners. So just don't forget, you've got people that are going to hire you as an audience, and then you've got your audience of people, your fans, your friends, your fans. And you need those two groups. You need to build the two groups, whether you're using something simple like MailChimp or you're trying to do something more extravagant. Friends, you've got two audiences. You need data in both those audiences. So always be thinking about that.
I love that. I love it. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
Great job, Jennifer.
have fun at that NBL. So I'm going to pin now Dr. David Walker. I'm going to unpin you, Jen, and remove the pin. And then Dr. David M. Walker, who, I'm going to add the pin. There you go, sir. So just really quick, he won last year Top Speakers Award, the Top Leadership Speaker Award. And that he didn't know, that was a surprise, but it was a popular vote and people basically voted him in. So, and he was a cohort before that. So Dr. David Walker, tell him a little bit about what you learned, what your journey has been, and where you are now.
Well, Pam, thank you so much for giving me, as well as everyone else, this opportunity to come on and just to talk about the journey. And of course, you and I met like 20 years ago when I was pastoring out in Long Island, New York, that is. And then about 5 years ago, we got reconnected and we've been hooked together ever since. And I do want to start off by talking about a upcoming speaking engagement that I have. I don't know how long ago it was, but we had a session, Speak, Sell, Shine. And as we were introducing ourselves, I did not plan to do this, but I began to speak about something that was personal that I was going through. The fact that I was going through a divorce and now am divorced after 42 years of marriage, a relationship ended. And I've decided to speak to that for whatever reason. And I shared it with the group that day, and Ryan was on, and Ryan inboxed me in the chat and asked me, was I available for a date in New Orleans, Louisiana, to speak at the Niche Leadership Conference. And of course, I was available. And but then Ryan said that the reason why he asked me to come and speak, he said, because when I said what I said about my personal relationship, it was an authentic moment. I was open and I was honest. And it was the authenticity that grabbed him and gave and caused him to invite me to come to that conference next month. And so the lesson that I learned from that experience is that one of the greatest assets we all have is our authenticity. I know a lot of times we try to make up stuff, but don't make it up. Just be yourself, be authentic. And sometimes your personal stories is the best medicine that you can give anyone. Because it's not about just hearing stories, but it's about how we transform the lives of other people. And the best way to transform someone else's life is to be authentic with your own. So I appreciate Ryan for giving me that opportunity. As far as Speak, Sell, Shine, what a great opportunity. I came as part of one of the cohorts, and then I spoke on stage. And that opportunity to be in front of people was really awesome. I'll never forget when I was got ready to go out on the stage, I heard Ryan say in the background, "Quiet on the set." Oh my God, I thought I was Denzel Washington in Hollywood. The man said, "Quiet on the set." And what that said to me, it's showtime, David. Yes. And so, of course, I walked out and did what I had to do. And so, if nothing else, I believe, Pam, you are someone who gives us great encouragement. You encourage us every day. You don't stop. You repeat. You follow up. You check in on us. You text us. You email us, and you say, "How you doing? Don't forget about this. Don't forget about that." So if I don't say anything, I think just working with Pam and Ryan has been one of the greatest opportunities for me as a speaker. I'm known as the leadership referee. I spent over 25 years refereeing NCAA basketball. And so now I lead from the lens of being a referee, known as the leadership referee. And what I do is I develop leaders who lead with confidence, clarity, and influence right from where they are without waiting for a title, a position, or anybody's permission. And you can lead from right where you are. And the last thing I want to say is that leadership is not a title you hold, but it's a presence you carry. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
I love that. Oh my God.
And he's getting paid, by the way. I don't want y'all thinking I'm making him come to Louisiana for nothing. He's getting paid as well, just so we're.
I love that. And listen, because he's fluid with that pitch and those 3 alliterations, that was part of training of that continues on and Ready, Set, Go, Speak. So when I hear that, I'm like, come on now. Like, you lead in with these 3 things and this is what you get. I'm like, so people know exactly what he does.
That's right.
Dr. David, that is good. You are on your way, sir. And he's been in he's got a book as well that he published, the Champions. I mean, so he's doing the things. So it's not just sitting still.
And all that is on my website at drwalkerspeaks.com.
I love it. And the website looks good. Okay. The
Thank
website
you.
looks really, really good. I see Melody Augustine is in here. Dr. David, thank you so much. She was another one that I'm going to unpin you, Dr. David, and then I'm going to bring up Melody. She was the one that was our rising star in the last cohort. Where did Melody go? She has a story. Oh my goodness. If she doesn't see it, I always see the it factor in folks. And so I saw it in her. And there you go. Look at that. Looking marvelous. I'm just like, girl. Okay. All right. Go on. I'm going to let you do your thing. Okay. We're at 12:28. So I'm going to let you do your thing. 5 minutes. So where you started.
And she's going to be able to talk about herself in 5 minutes or less. I'm ready. Let's go.
Give the highlights
now, Melody.
People have to know why I feel like she is a rising star, because where she was and where she is now is amazing. So please share.
Thank you so much, Pam and Ryan. Thank you, everyone, for having me here today. I got to tell you, after Speak, Sell, Shine, my life changed. Professionally, emotionally, I had no idea that taking this journey with Speak, Sell, Shine would have helped me with the finances when it comes to speaking. I have grown professionally and personally, and it really has impacted my career in a very positive way. After Speak, Sell, Shine, the price went up, my value went up as a professional speaker. And then obviously the lifestyle benefits, being able to travel, being flown out. Yes, like Ryan said, sometimes you're not always going to be paid to speak. However, that contact list is invaluable because you can do so much following up. You can reach out to people whenever you have a webinar. They can come on board, and they may not be an immediate conversion in terms of sales. However, you can start building that trust with your audience, and that has been invaluable to me. Another thing that I can say that I have really enjoyed being a professional speaker is the impact. You're changing people's lives. You're making, some very powerful connections with people across the country. I haven't been able to go to Dubai like Dr. Coylette, but that is definitely a goal. But I can say that, the fact that as a speaker, you have the authority to make a change in someone's outlook, right? My background is in healthcare. I help people to open up home health agencies. I help other small businesses to grow and scale. I'm definitely the startup coach. If you have that desire in your heart and you don't know how to be able to turn that desire into action, that's where me and my team, we come along. I will say that, kind of piggybacking off for Dr. Walker, being authentic, be yourself, share your story. There's never another one of you. There's only one fingerprint that is specific to you, and you need to be able to learn how to be able to get that message across to people. And honestly, working with Pam and Ryan, they have educated me on how to scale. They have educated me on how to follow up. They have educated me on how to push my authentic self, but still being a valuable speaker. So honestly, this has been amazing. It's been life-changing, and I'm excited being able to be on a billboard. Yeah, it's being on the cover, a billboard in New York. These are life-changing opportunities. Being able to make the connections with the different speakers from the cohort. Amazing, because a lot of times we have this dream in our head, and sometimes it might feel like a far-fetched dream, but when you're seeing other speakers, as you guys already heard, we heard Dr. Coylette, who's going to Dubai, right? And Jennifer is going to be speaking next month. This is real. The possibilities are endless when it comes to being a professional speaker. So get ready. If you are interested in being a professional speaker, you are in the right place, because a lot of times people will try to essentially coach you, but they won't teach you how to convert. They won't teach you how to raise
Right.
your value. And that is so, so important in the training. A lot of times people will have you come on their platform, be recorded, take pictures. But what about the training? How do I follow up? How do I make those connections? How do I get in touch with meeting planners? It's a real thing, and there's a science behind it. And listen, when you deal with Pam and Ryan with Speak Sell Shines, you're going to come into a classroom and you are going to be empowered.
That's it.
Yeah,
And I
that's
want
awesome.
people to go to your website, Melody, because you didn't tell them
Mhm.
where you started at the bottom and now you're here.
Yes.
Okay.
So my story is I actually started off as a single mother in a shelter, 400 pounds, homeless, struggling. And honestly, I give God all the glory. And outside of God, having that work ethic and entrepreneurship has changed my life. And I am the first multimillionaire of my family. Sometimes I don't even believe it, but it's true. This is my reality. Life has happened, like Dr. Walker stated. Sometimes we get divorced. Sometimes Coylette, sometimes we lose a spouse. Life really happens. But through entrepreneurship, I have been able to weather the storm, because through entrepreneurship, I have been able to afford to have a chauffeur to chauffeur around my kids when I'm out traveling. I'm a single mother. Through entrepreneurship, I have had the ability to be able to have a full-time nanny that I pay very well. So making these connections, investing in yourself, investing in your career,
Mhm.
it's life-changing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
great.
Thank you. Now you see why she was the rising star. When she
There you
told
go.
me her story, I was like, what? Okay,
Yep.
no excuses, you all. No
Yep.
excuses. This is for real. And one of the things she said that she's very, very give God the glory in all of this. If you've noticed the theme, Dr.
Mhm.
David, Pastor, Elder Coylette, those kind of things. So that's part of our
Mhm.
secret sauce as well, I guess you would say. Ryan is a
Mhm.
PK.
Oh, I
Okay.
know. I got all kinds of stories I could tell about being a preacher's kid.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
also,
the
don't forget, friends. One of the things Melody was kind of alluding to too, that I want to springboard off of very briefly is you're needed. People of color are needed on speaker lineups across business stages across the country. In 2026, no matter who the president of the United States is, it is not unacceptable to have a speaker lineup that is all a bunch of white guys or even a
Mhm,
bunch of white men and women. It's just
mhm,
unacceptable. Meeting planners will lose their job for that. It's a
mhm.
unique opportunity of time in America where people need you on their stages. So let's carpe diem the heck out of this moment and get you on as many stages as possible. But you just need to know kind of the secrets of who to talk to, kind of thing.
Yes. I'm going to bring up Stephen. I'm gonna add a pin to Stephen. There we go.
Stephen
Oh,
Boyd, I didn't even see. Oh, there he is.
yes, there he is. So what is in the background
Hey,
here, sir? Is this a cover of a new book that we're working on?
yes, ma'am. It is covered in the book. First of all, thank you, Pam. Thank you, Ryan. Also, thank you, Mark. It's great to see everybody. Thank you for this opportunity to share everybody. Yeah, new book I've been working on for some time called Contagious Teaching, transforming your classroom from outrageous to outstanding. And as Pam knows, and many of you, that's really where my passion is in two areas when it comes to instruction. It's in classroom management and student engagement. I just philosophically believe that when management is great and when engagement is high, students don't have time to disrupt the ebb and flow of a classroom. And so I've been doing this. So it's 2014, started off small like everybody else, trying to do some classroom management, trying to help my local school, rejected by the local principal. I had a passion in my heart to help teachers elevate their classroom management so they can really shine and be outstanding in what they did. And so what Speak Shall Shine did for me and helped me to clarify 5 questions. And that's really what I want to share with everybody today. Kind of knowing your what, knowing your why you, knowing your why now, and then knowing your how can you help. And so, first of all, knowing your what. What is it that you do? The information that you want to help people. What is that what? And then, most importantly, having that information to move to inspiration, knowing your why. Why do you want to help? In my case, I wanted to help teachers that were struggling and putting kids out and kids were missing assignments and instruction, and those same ended up in the office, and those same kids ended up going to DJS, and those same kids end up going into penal institutions. And so I wanted to stop that cycle. And if we could stop it in the classroom and improve relationships and improve how students and teachers are connecting to each other, I wanted to make sure that that was connecting to that. And then why you? That's your believability, that's your credibility. You've heard from everybody today. They're in different industries and different backgrounds, some 20 years, 25 years, 15, 20, 30 years. Hey, Pam always tells us, why not convert that into revenue? Why not convert that into something that people want to pay you to hear because you have the experience? I think one of the things that I've learned is learning how to refine, how to put it together in a pitch that really is inspirational to people. Because remember, it's not about the information that you share on the stage. Really, what the stage is about, it's about inspiration. And it's about motivating people to action and getting them to feel where you come from emotionally. And I can share those kinds of stories after nearly 30 years in education. I've seen transformations from students that have come back to me and thanked me for being a part of
Stephen,
their lives. Thank
hold
me
on.
for pulling them to the side. Yes.
Stephen. Okay, there you are. Dr. Helen
Yeah.
said she couldn't see you. Can you see Stephen now? Can everybody see Stephen? Okay, good. I had to go from pinning you to spotlighting you. So you done broke through the pin and went to the
Oh,
spotlight. Okay, go on.
take it over the spotlight. And
Right.
those inspirations, getting letters from parents, sharing those transformation terms of letters from parents. And so again, being authentically yourself, you heard it from Ryan, you heard it from David, sharing your believability, sharing your background. It's not always been easy for me. It's not been always easy for you, but that's exactly what people want to connect to. Turn that adversity into revenue. And so if you can begin to look at your background and your life and begin to formulate it in such a way where you can pitch a talk that inspires people to action, that's really going to be what's going to catapult you to people wanting to hear what you have to say. And then why now? I talked about another why now. Well, in my case, schools are just kind of crazy, right? Students are coming to school, there's violence in the school, teachers don't know how to control really challenged behaviors. We see teachers that are quitting at record numbers. So why now is because I want to be able to help these school districts retain teachers. They pay people to recruit and to try to retain, but many of these teachers don't have the capacity to be able to control some of these children that are coming with all these issues. So my why now is the time to really help people so they can be in the profession for 20, 25, 30 years if they desire to.
Mhm.
And then how can you help? This speaks to your transformation. And perhaps the one thing that I think Speak Shall Shine has helped me to do is when you go to share with a meeting planner or someone who's interested in you beyond your talk, you have to make sure that your talking pitch is very clear. If you have some kind of graphic or some kind of way, maybe some type of alliteration, you got to make sure that your talk pitch is clear in terms of how you can help. And being very clear about that transformation is where Speak So Shine has really helped me. In my final 1 minute or so, I'll say this. I
I'm
just
gonna say,
recently spoke in,
Stephen. Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
I'm
All
sorry.
right. Okay. I'm trying to get your Wi-Fi or either get you. There you go. All right. Okay. All right. Go on.
All right. And so just to share a testimonial, I spoke in at the Florida Child Care Conference in Orlando back in June. And a child care authorizer was there. This is an authorizer for the complete state of Florida. As a result of what I was sharing with one of my trainings called I'm Not Bad, I'm Just Bored, they were so interested in hearing more. Not only are they looking to have me help some of the child care centers that they authorize and they accredit, they've already asked me to be their keynote speaker for 2027. So I'm really
Love it.
excited about that as
Awesome.
relates to that. So those are the things that when you really are clear about the transformation, you're clear about your talk, you're clear about what you provide, and you're authentic, those kinds of opportunities will help you move the needle so that you can give your transformation to others that are needed. So for those of you looking to speak so to help you elevate, to help you expand, this is the place. And as you've already heard, there is a spiritual element to this. And that there is also a supportive element to this. You're going to get help from Pam. You're going to get help from Ryan. You're going to get help from Mark. They'll support you every step of the way. I will say this, but they're going to make you work. So better to roll your sleeves up. when you get ready to come in, because you're going to, but if you believe in what you're doing, if you truly believe in what you're doing, you'll make it happen.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Your Wi-Fi was going in and out a little bit, but we appreciate the book is debuting this year. I've been getting on him to get this book finished, and he is got it finished. So thank you so much, Stephen, for doing that. And I think Pastor Chavis is on the line. And I think if you could put your information in there, I think Pastor Chavis and you will probably speak a little bit. And you'll know why that synergy is done. So Pastor Chavis, Corey Chavis, and Stephen Boyd, you all connect on that as well. And so I just pinned Dr. Stephanie Wall. I just love this lady. I love this lady. So tell us about what's been going on. First of all, I appreciate that you were on the cover this month of Women's History Month. So she's got two covers in the background. I don't know if you all can see that, right? So
I want to lift them up so bad, but I'm gonna stay on camera because if I move, this camera's gonna start moving. But listen, and Ryan has told me, listen, stay put. I've learned so much. Let me tell you, I promise you. Let me put my time up because I've got so much juice to tell y'all about this particular program and why it's so important to me, and it's going to be important to you. I promise you. Here's the thing, like every last one of us. If you are a speaker or aspiring to be a speaker, know somebody that's a speaker, want in your heart, believe you already won. I heard it from one of my coaches who I love and adore, Trevor Otts, who said to invest in yourself at the level at which you expect results.
Trevor told me that too.
You know what I mean? And I have followed that and it has not let me down. And this investment in this program and the Speak, Sell, Shine was one that I promise you, I'm so glad that I believed in myself. And I said, you know what? This program is for me. So here's the deal. I came in with all these credentials. Like many of you, I got all the degrees. I retired as a commander in law enforcement. I got another certification as a certified coach with Gallup Strength. So I'm teaching them, I'm training people all over, leaders all over the place with this. And I will tell you that when I came through the door, I came through thinking this one thing, I'm going to come in and my own business, 1 million lives transformed. I'm focusing here. But what I found out from Ryan was like, listen, dial in. Sometimes we think it has to be this great big group, these big crowds. There are people that specifically need where you start is not where you finish, but there are specific groups that are waiting for you. Your voice needs to be in those rooms. And here I want to tell you, since this training, yes, you all have heard about it's magnificent. And I can spend more time just telling you about the experience you're going to have and how it's going to transform your life. But I want to tell you, since this program, yes, I'm still coaching. Yes, I'm still consulting. Yes, I'm transforming lives. Yes, I've been on many of those platforms and those podcasts you all have talked about. Yes, I've been on magazines. Yes, all those things. But you know what has happened for me? People that I didn't expect to be looking for me found me.
Yeah.
That part.
Yep.
They found me because I invested in myself at a level which I expected results. So then I had some other experiences. I learned to tool in on the tools I didn't even know that I had and that I needed to sharpen. And so you do need to know the background. You do need to how to show up for those people looking for you, those organizations who haven't the planners. They don't know you exist if you don't put yourself out there. And you will not put yourself out there if you don't feel confident in your skills, talents, and abilities. Right. So since then, listen, yep, I've been on stages speaking from Atlanta to London to Grenada. I like to call it Grenada to Grenada. I will tell you that in those places, what has happened is, am I always showing up as Dr. Stephanie of 1 Million Lives Transformed? Absolutely not. Sometimes I'm there speaking on security because that's also my lane of brilliance. Sometimes I'm there speaking of leadership because that's also my lane of brilliance. Sometimes I'm there speaking, and matter of fact, all those coming together because you need to know your strengths in order to know how you show up in those spaces and places. So since I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to back it up because I want you to understand I'm the same person every day, but sometimes I'm wearing different hats. But when I'm wearing those different hats, I'm still speaking and using my voice. And I need to make sure that when I'm showing up, I'm showing the best version of who I am. And from this program, you are not going to just learn. You can go anywhere to learn how to be a speaker. This is not what this program does. This program is showing you how to use your voice, how to be a speaker, how to stand up, and how to show up in the places so people can see you. You can be in the room, but how do you, are you in the right rooms, standing in front of the right people, talking about the right thing, how to drill down on that message, how to project your voice, how to slow down, how to speed up, how to know your audience, how to grow and amplify your message, how to make sure that message is in front of the right people. So I'm going to tell you this, every last one of us, if you haven't already, you probably have many coaches, many programs. Make sure you're in the program, the people who are looking out for your best interests. Since then, I've had my own event. Look, she's got something to say, the Ascension Experience. I'm going to tell you, I was nervous about it. It was in person. It turned out to be magnificent. People are talking about it. Before I even left, they want to know what's the next. Dr. Pam got Mark Clark to come to my event. He was there. He spoke. He interviewed everyone there that he could get his hands on, and including me. That amplified my event. Many of us in this room, we have supported one another at events. And you all have heard it said a number of times. I'm going to encourage you to stop wrapping your head around, stop trying to be in places where I'm gonna see how much money I can get paid. Because if it's about you, you've already lost. What are you out there trying to do? How are you trying to serve? I know that I'm working, you all have heard it. I am walking and operating and serving in my gifts, and it has not let me down. And because I've now taken, look, it's not about me. Look, this woman right here, I've now learned some stuff. You'll see I got my two back here. And I'm going to scooch back because I want to show it to you. This one was Dr. Pam Perry made sure that this banner arrived, and it was sitting prominently at my event. And I'm going to tell you that there, and the fact that I'm on the Speaker Magazine, and the fact that I am connected to this program and what I've learned from it, because everybody was following my social media, that even, and I'm going to tell you, according to the data, when I was posting all the things as we were going through the program while I was there in Howard and that whole weekend, 78% of the people who were following and liking and acknowledging were people who were not my followers.
Interesting.
Yep. Trying to getting you out there, getting you out there.
And that's a good picture on the cover too, Mr. Brooks. Good picture, Mr. Brooks on the cover.
Yeah, that is it. That's one of the ones. That's one of the ones. I'm going to tell you, listen, that's not AI.
That's not AI. That is me. And so I want to tell you, listen, when you're thinking, while you're out there thinking about programs and things you want to do to elevate where you are right now, to grow who you are so that you can go and serve others well, don't just pick any program. Pick one. I'm telling you that they're going to follow up. You've heard that Dr. Pam has been called. I get an email, a text, and she has kept me in the loop. She could have easily said, okay, this is over. I'm done. I get my emails from Ryan. I'm still using those things, those tips, their newsletters to help me to grow. And then my last point is they're just a phone call away. And they will answer their phone. And they will support you because they really do want you to win. And there's a difference from people that want your moolah, your do-re-mi, your cash, and the people that really want you to win, not just in life, but in general.
I love that. I love that.
And of course, got to say it, Dr. Stephanie Wall, of course, you already know all the things that I do. But I encourage you to not just look at my website, but I encourage you to follow me on social media and let me know you're following by commenting, because the moment you comment, like something, I do the same.
Yep.
All right, my time. See, look at me on time.
Yep. That is important. That's an important point, Pam. We should all on this call look around and see who's on the call, because we all should make sure we're following each other and supporting people back. We should all be connected on LinkedIn, and things like that as well. That's
they know
awesome.
I talk about LinkedIn all the time, and they know I've been talking about Substack. So they on there. They on there. Right. They make sure. And then YouTube. Okay. Like, it's like, if you can take it, you can make it. Pam is like, she have us on everything, even TikTok.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Stephanie. I'm going to remove the pen. And I think, this next lady here, this is Wyevetra. Okay, I love that. She got that. She got that together.
Selling the DMV.
Wyevetrajordan.com while you were at the press club. I remember you were putting that together.
Yes,
So, okay.
yes,
All right. All right.
yes.
So
Hi,
tell us, how's
everyone.
it going? Tell us, how's it going?
How is it going? Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I talk about my experience at Speak Sell Shine all the time because before this, if you would have told me that I'd be using my voice to lead, inspire, build business, create opportunities for others and myself, I'm not sure I would have believed you, right? And so
She the breakout
because
lady.
right, I
She
was
the
a
breakout lady.
I love it. And because my journey did not really start with me just saying I want to be a speaker, it started with reinvention. And so I am the broker owner of the Home Team Realty Group, which is a real estate brokerage in the DMV. I am the star of Selling the DMV, a reality series here. But and I am a speaker. I am an international. Most of my speaking was international until Dr. Pam Perry and Ryan brought me back to my roots in DC, speaking at the historic Howard Theater, the National Press Club. Like it was a real thing. But here's what it taught me. What being part of Speak Sell Shine taught me. One, it gave me a community of people that really support each other. I've been on Dr. Stephanie Wald. I've been on her platform, and it's been just amazing. And so, and others as well. And so, what I learned is the business behind the business. And because that is my thing, right? You're building legacy, wealth, and all of that. Like, you're not just going up to speak, it's a business. And all the little things behind that business, I had no idea of. And now I can really, when you step out, you know that you are the product, right? And that you are bringing other people, opportunities and helping them see themselves in ways they've never seen themselves. But first, you got to start with seeing yourself the way you should see yourself, right? And so this is what this gave me. The business behind the business, the community. And then after Speak Sell Shine, first, it was a lot of little things. You're going to leave there so confident and also feeling so connected to who you are and so connected to people that have been where you want to be. You're going to know that you can walk on those stages and really empower yourself first and others. But since Speak Sell Shine, and this is whole Pam. Okay, so God is the thread through all of this, right? Well, there is a whole spiritual component, but Pam is a prophet. I'm just going to tell you that she's a prophetess because the things she spoke in my life, she was like, yeah, you should be speaking in churches, and I was like, I never thought about that. She was like, yeah, and then you need to go. Have you thought about speaking in national conferences like at Blacks in Government? And I was like, yeah, I've been there, heard about it, but no, I never considered speaking. All of those people called me after Speak Sell Shine. All of them. I spoke at Blacks in Government's 50th anniversary training conference.
Wow.
They reached out to me like I didn't even know it was happening. And they reached out to me because when I was recklessly discarded from government, which is a whole different thing about my reinvention, but when that happened, I kind of disconnected from that world, right? And just really focused on the new world that I was building. And so when they called for me to come back, I was like, wow, like, how did you find me? And my speaker reel, they saw me, they literally followed what was happening at like the National Press Club. And so I spoke there. And then I got a church that called me and asked me to speak at their women's conference. And I was like, fire. Oh my gosh, like
that was fire.
That was fire. Yes, it was so amazing. And so you learn the business behind the business. I speak on reinvention, leadership, and legacy building. If you had asked me this before Speak Sell Shine, I would not have known what I should be speaking on and how to really call that into myself. So that's who I am. That's what I do. And I would go to Speak Sell Shine again over and over and over again, just because I love the people and there's always more, right? There's always more to learn. And so I'm just so thankful. My business, my speaking opportunities have really taken off, not just internationally, but back here in the States where I do all that I do. And so being able to empower people that way has just been amazing. And I look forward to seeing so many more people get that experience.
I want to see you October 5th and 6th, okay? At
Okay.
the Howard Theater again this
I
year,
will
okay?
be there. I will
Okay.
be
All right.
there.
All right. All right. Good, good, good. All right. Thank you, Wyevetra. So I got Sharise Nance up here. It's almost 1 o'clock. I've told everybody this is a power hour. We're gonna try and go through these. I'm gonna remove your pen. Wyevetra, thank you so much. And then Sharise, and then I'm gonna bring up Natalie as well. Okay. So I'm gonna add the pen to both of you guys. Okay, Sharise, you go, and then Natalie Solomon, and then Natalie Southwell. Okay. Hey,
Hey,
Sharise.
everybody. Hey, Dr. Pam. Hey, Ryan. So
Hey.
good to connect with y'all again. So I'm actually doing the work
Yes, you
from
are.
behind because I had a workshop this morning that ran over a little bit. It was successful, and it's actually part of a three-part series. So
Awesome.
I'm going to be the facilitator in September and October. They're
Wow.
excited. I'm excited. And this came from some of the strategies that we discussed in Speak, Sell, Shine, just because I always followed up before I got with Speak, Sell, Shine, but there wasn't a strategy or intention. It was just, thank you for having me. If there's anything that I can do. So Dr. Pam and Ryan, especially Ryan, like really got into like, let's look at what you're saying in these follow-ups. So
Mm-hmm.
those videos that we created while we were in the groups, those have been helpful, and just being strategic about how we follow up and when we follow up. So I know in my space, my background, I'm a mental health therapist, I'm a social worker. A lot of nonprofits operate off of fiscal years. So I was thinking, it's about to be the end of the fiscal year, and they have money that they have to spend on trainings. So I followed up with some organizations, reached out to organizations that I know, and one was like, oh, yeah, we need that. We need this training. In fact, how many trainings can you do? So they booked me for 3 as a part of a 3-part series. Another organization booked me for 2, and they had to spend this money before the end of this fiscal year, and they want more. So this is just the beginning, excuse me, of that relationship. So they let me use one of their conference rooms, because I'm like, I have to get on for Professional Speakers Day. I love Speak, Sell, Shine. And and I want to share this story
Mm-hmm.
because the work is happening in real time, and I'm just excited. I appreciate everything that you all have helped us with. When I started with Speak, Sell, Shine, I came into the program going through a lot of transitions. I was transitioning out of my private practice that I was in for 12 years. And I had a lot of personal loss in my life, and I just appreciated the community. It always felt like a safe space. It didn't feel like business as usual. You felt that they really cared and they were invested. Even now, it's been a year, and Dr. Palm is still like, she calls me on my phone. She wants to know what I'm
What's going
doing. Have I been following up? What's happening out there? How can I help you? Don't be a stranger. Try this. She's constantly sending me articles, supports. You should apply for this. What about this? So when they say that they stay with you for a year, they mean that. And if,
on?
the resources are there, and if you're not taking advantage of them, it's not because the invitation wasn't there. It's on you. It's on us. So I just appreciate the authenticity of this space, and just the strategies and your willingness to just share,
Mm-hmm.
and just be there for us and really care, and not treat this as just some other business transaction. And someone said in the chat, I've been a part of a lot of speaking programs, and it just feels very transactional. This has never felt transactional, and I just look forward to continuing to be involved.
Oh, thank you, Sharise.
Awesome.
Thank you. And you have a nonprofit too, as well.
I do. The Swag Alliance Foundation, Social Work Appreciation of Greatness, where we are strengthening the social work workforce. We're helping social workers with their licensure, low cost continuing education trainings. We're able to provide clinical supervisions for social workers who are trying to get their clinical licensure. And then we have our annual swag awards ceremony.
I
That's
love
awesome.
that. Super
That's awesome.
smart, super smart. I love that, Sharise. Thank you so much. So I wanted you to put that out there in case you have some funders that want to donate to that
Yes, I
501c3.
sure will. I
All
will. Thank you.
good.
Awesome.
Thank you. All right. So now I'm going to unpin you. I'm going to have Natalie Solomon. There you go. Speak, sell, shine. Now I want to say before this, Natalie and I are sisters. We are Black Door Society sisters. We're both in the same organization. And she is also very multi-talented, just like Sharise. You hear all the brilliance, but she is also amazing at doing the atmosphere for the Howard Theater. And if you ever get to the Howard Theater, it's beautiful anyway, but she just makes it even more aesthetic. She has a red carpet area. She's doing it again this year. Did I tell you that? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You
Okay.
just found out.
No, just again. Okay. But that is just one of her gifts. So Natalie Solomon, welcome, welcome. Good to see
Thank
you. I love your
you.
background too, of course.
Thank you. I was like trying to juxtapose my office and my sign and all that other stuff and my other sign, which is upstairs somewhere, what have you. Thank you, Dr. Pam. Hello, Ryan. Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you, Dr. Pam. As Dr. Pam said, I met her. We are sisters in Black Door Society. She is such a force. She's one of our founders, and just bringing us all together to talk about the opportunities that we have. And when I first met Dr. Pam, I think it was at Cheryl Wood's speaker something something. And we were just sitting there chit-chatting, and she was so excited. And I don't know if I ever really told you this, Dr. Pam, like when we were sitting there talking, you were so glued in listening to my story about all my trials, tribulations, and you were like, oh, like I could see your brain moving, like, oh, she can do this, she can do that, she can do that. And just being able to see that in me before I even had words for it. I truly appreciate you and love you for that because, I'm in public health during the day. I'm a public health analyst. I work in HIV and AIDS. And a lot of my focus is on women's health, primarily outside of my day to day. I'm also a brain surgery survivor, a whole bunch of other transitions. I recently just had a nephrectomy a couple weeks ago. And all of these things have culminated into a space where I'm able to speak to it, speak life to it, talk about how it has really evolved and transitioned and just really taken my mental space of what I do during the day and helping people get their meds situated, but also looking at it as a strategist and a capacity architect for women's health, which this has evolved. Speak Spell Shine has helped me evolve into what I speak about and how I evolved that into my TEDx and what I was able to put into my TEDx. It was, some of that information I did have to like hit my lady up, the TEDx people, and I was like, can I do Speak Sell Shine? Because I have TED Talk coming up. And, and it was a great stage for me to practice and talk about things in a different way. But just having the opportunity to build and morph what it is your story is and the confidence that she pours into you. She knows all the other things that I'm going through in my life. Dr. Pam sends me verses and God, it's just great. I love it. And I appreciate you so much for this opportunity. The outstanding speakers and other individuals that I have met, have just been phenomenal. I've been able to get into speakers, Today's Women's Magazine, this other magazine, Vistas, that's, being put up right now at the in Martha's Vineyard and working on that for other women who have been displaced. These opportunities have all been nurtured by being in Speak Sell Shine. And then, of course, the decor component, which I love doing, that helps me. That's another capacity building thing for me, for my health and just how I navigate the capacity I have as a woman dealing with life's challenges. And I really look to see how can I incorporate and help women that are dealing with various capacity challenges, be it health, mental, spiritual, physical, and how do we stand those things up in our life and really navigate while we're doing them, while we're living our life, but not at our depletion. And Speak Sell Shine has definitely given me that platform and opportunities. And I'm going to dig more in this year since I think all my surgeries are done.
Good, good. All right.
Praise
Awesome.
God.
All right. So you're
It's so
doing a
great
new
to hear
talk
that.
that will get that through. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
That's
Natalie A.
awesome.
Solomon, I want to say this website is everything. She
Thank
did it
you.
herself. It is so good. It's almost
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, it's
I made
good.
this in a good way, like a government website. I mean, you would think you have been doing this for like
Thank
100
you.
years. Like
Y'all
100
let me
years.
know. It's one of my other talents is doing AI stuff. I
It
teach AI.
is. It's amazing. So I put
Thank
that
you.
in there. It is so good. Her speaker reel is up there. Really, really good. The navigation is very smart. You get free
Thank you.
downloads. I mean, she is a student of this, and really, she has been on stages. Like I said, she did her TEDx talk, and that's there as well. So
Big.
more for Natalie is going to be coming. Now another Natalie is coming up as well. Natalie Southwell, and then she's our last one. Okay, I think is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Thank you so much. I'm gonna unpin you, and thank you so much, Natalie Solomon. All right, Natalie Southwell.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Pam. Hello,
Happy
Ryan.
Professional Speakers Day.
Happy Professional Speakers Day. I am so delighted to be here and to be on this platform. The Speak, Sell, Shine community is one that has invited me, and not only invited me, but has maintained connections. It's been a tremendous blessing to me. The thing that I think about, there are two words that I think about when I think of this community and Speak, Sell, Shine. It is access and exposure, because I gained incredible amount of exposure and access to people who were vibrant. When I went to the Speak Sell Shine, I didn't know what to expect. Right. I had been asked to come and by one of my mentors, and she had mentioned it to me, and I was going, like some of you who've invested in other programs and so forth, I had invested in a number of programs, and I was like, okay, we'll see. And then I committed, and I always had it in the back of my mind. I was like, okay, it wasn't the year before, but I said, okay, I'm going to go 2025. So that was last year. And that time was coming up. And then Dr. Pam had called me and reached out to me. And I just remember telling her, if God wants me there, he will have me there. He will put me there. And he did. He absolutely wanted me to be there, because a lot of times you don't know what's on the other side of your obedience or what he tells you to do. I was looking at, okay, I think I'm good. I even said to her, I said, I think I'm good. She says, I want to amplify and market you. I want to get you from behind the scenes. And I thought I was in a place that I was already, I'm good. I am that. I don't feel like I want to, be too much and things like that. But that's not what this is about. I was hiding myself from the people who needed me. And so what she did was she brought me out from behind the scenes and put me in the spotlight. And so proximity is everything. You can be prepared for something, but when you have the proximity of like-minded people and people who are talented, and you can see yourself becoming one of them, that was a blessing for me, because so many of you that's on this platform today encouraged me. The thing that many of us have spoken about is talked about how she and Ryan, they don't just leave you like some of the other programs. Once you've done the programs and so forth, they're gone. But she's been there. Like Natalie said, she will send you messages of affirming messages. She will send you encouragement. If she haven't seen you in a while, she's like, okay, what's going on? What are you doing? I haven't seen you. Okay, what do you need help with? And then she's always connecting you with other people who would be in your space that would be a great connection to be on their platform and things like that. So her hand is always on you. The thing about Speak So Shine, though, is that it is done with a spirit of excellence. Honestly, I was blown away. That was something that I was not expecting. And when they talked about the display in our pictures kind of being out there, she put us on spotlight. But I'm talking about from having to plan our makeup and the interview
Styling,
and the silence, all of that. It was so well done, and the grace that you see her operate in, she was completely graceful. I never saw her come out of character. Not that she has a character, but she has this premise of everything is going to be okay. And it was just done with such excellence. And so for those of you who may be thinking about it or who are on the fence, I recommend going, because not only did I go last year and I benefited, but I'm also going back this year. And so
and you on Rashawn's, were you on Rashawn's show?
I was, yes.
How about
Yeah.
that?
You're
That's
one
Yeah.
of
huge.
his favorites. You're one of his favorites.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
Because you call
It's
yourself the whisperer. What type of whisperer?
the 2 minute coach whisper. So I knew I could get through mine in 2 minutes.
That's a
Yes.
two-minute
That's
whisper. So
outstanding.
really leadership is one of the main things that she talks about and really helping women empowerment. So if you see a theme, me and Ryan, we handpick people. And so we interview people. So we don't just accept everybody to Speak So Shine.
Right.
So if you're interested, go to speaksoseshine.com, apply. And then we want to make sure everybody fits together. Right. I want to make sure that everybody fits together, that Melody fits, with Stephen, and Stephen with Letitia, and Letitia with Vicky, because Vicky was on there. Thank you, Vicky, for put that on there. Shout out to Vicky Wright Hamilton for introducing us as well.
Yeah.
And that Olivet, introduced me to Ronaldo. Ronaldo fits with the group as well, who fits with Thelma, who'll be coming this year. So I know from you all's application and really interviewing you all what you all have, and I see it, and I want to make sure that you all fit together, right? There's not going to be someone that's kind of like an eyeball, and it's like, well, because you're going to be working together. You're going to be friends. Okay. So I want to make sure that you're all friends and you support each other.
Right.
And if I say that, hey, Stephen, you need to talk to Corey, it's a reason why. And those are the type of things that one of the things a publicist does, someone who's a trained publicist, I'm automatically connector. And because I have so many media contacts in my head, I have to remember people. I have to remember their beats. I have to remember what they cover. The same thing with all my clients. I have to know what it is that they cover. That's why clarity is so key. All of you all have to have clarity. So when you come to me and you say, I do this, I do that, it's kind of like that scene in Eddie Murphy, like in Coming to America, where the lady says, I want to be my own producer. I want to be the actress. I want to produce my own video. No. I listen. And then it's like, okay, but what do you really do? Okay. Can you articulate it in 2 minutes or less? Right. So that's one of the things, and making sure you have clarity, giving you the confidence, and then giving you the contacts. That's it. And then Ryan is showing you how to sell it. That's the whole point, to make money with it.
Yes.
How to do that, and with the right tools. So this is something that initially it's our 4th year. We did it the first year at the National Press Club. This year we're doing it at the Howard, because I love the Howard Theater. I love Jeff knows, he's our photographer there. I love that whole atmosphere at the Howard Theater. It's like an Apollo Theater of Washington, D.C.
Yes.
It has the murals and all of that. It has an iconic feeling in it. I want that kind of feeling. So we rent the entire theater for an entire day. And then we also meet the media, which is really the unique thing about us. I want my media friends to become your media friends. So not just for 2 days, but forever. Like, these are your media contacts. So whenever you're launching a book, you can call Rashawn. Whether you're doing something, you can call Sharon Morton. You can, those are my media friends, or your media friends. So that's really what Speak So Shine is. And I said I was going to open it up for questions, but I don't think we have time, unless you see any, Ryan, that were in the chat. At this point,
I think most everything got answered, I believe. Was there anybody that we asked a question that we missed? I think almost everything got answered.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you.
I believe so. But love to work with all of you, especially from a sales perspective. There's so many strategies behind the scenes.
There's one little quick question from Felice Smith, who's part of our Ready, Set, Go, Speak. Yes. Felice, you had a question? There you go. Felice?
Yeah, I just had a quick question about what the 2 days are. What are the dates for the 2 days?
I'm sorry. Good question. October 5th, which is a Monday, and October 6th. But we huddle on Sunday, October 4th, for a dinner kind of a thing at the hotel. So it's October 5th and 6th are the actual working days. And then October 4th, we actually meet up at the hotel. And we kind of do a little bit of run through training practice. But then either the month of September, we have 4 weeks of training as well that we do by webinar: stylist, media coaching, sales, and again, hearing your talk. So those are the weeks as well that we do that as well. So October 5th and 6th in Washington, D.C. at the Press Club and at the Howard Theater.
Okay, thank you.
Yay.
Love to have you join us.
Yes. Well, thank you all for joining us today. Professional speakers say, let people know. Let them know, like T.I. say, just let them know. Okay, don't play the clean version though. Okay. And blow the whistle, David Walker. Play the clean version though. Play the clean version. Okay. So
exactly.
that's the thing. So thank you all so much, Dr. Coylette, Jennifer, Stephanie, Wyevetra, Natalie, Stephen, Melody. You all went through Speak, Sell, Shine, and Listen. If I always say, if you can take it, you can make it, right? Those are my things that Pam will be on you. Like, did you do this? Did you do that?
Exactly.
And listen, Corey's not even in the program, and he knows he got a book in the mail, and it's like, Lord have mercy, what did she want me to do with this book? I was like, you need to know about funnels. He says, what's a funnel?
I got
Corey,
you.
now you know, okay?
Yeah, we got you, Corey.
We got to get our funnels together. All right, thank you. And Mark, we see you. We're good.
Yep. God bless y'all. Appreciate you so much.
All righty, and we'll send out a replay as well. Thank you all so much. All right, God
Have a
bless
good
you.
weekend,
Hey, Linda.
everybody.
Hey,
Have a good
Dr.
weekend.
Linda. All right, very good, very good. Hey, Jackie, Dr. Jackie. All right, and this, Dr. Bonner.
God bless everyone.
All right, everybody's coming off for Candace. Hey, Dr. Bonner as well. Thank you so much. All right, Stephen, we'll see you later. All
Bye,
right.
Dr. Pam. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.